Okay, well, happy Friday. Hope y'all have been doing okay. And I guess some other folks, I've added Zabora to this, and even if she doesn't get to catch us this time, at least she'll be part of the chat so that, the next time, you know, we can catch her, So, and, it's cool because just last night I figured out that one of my favorite techno DJs has been doing live streams on Sundays, and his fifth one was this past Sunday. So, that means he's been doing it for 5 weeks, and I finally caught it. So, I just, we got to keep doing it a while, and eventually people will catch it. Yeah. So, um, I've got to remember to message you, Mary, so I can verify your address. Because I have some stuff to send you. But, yeah, but we will get to that soon enough. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Was Jory going to be watching with us, or um, it sounded like he wanted to, but huh? Yeah. Well, I think he was asking what are we doing, So I said I was going to do a video call, and he's. Okay. Because I see windows for YouTube, but that's it right now. But we'll figure it out. Oh, and I see some comments. Um, okay, howdy howdy to all the folks that are I'm seeing your comments. Good evening to y'all. Welcome aboard. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with the ritual purification. These cool waters are upon my hands. They purify me as Tefnut purifies me. And see, this is what happens when you don't have the script in front of you. um, see, trying not to handle printed pages with wet fingers. Okay, there we go. Hail unto you, Anachuru. I come unto you without falsehood and without evil. My purity is upon my hands, my purity is within my heart, and I cast out all evil that has pertained to me. There we are. Yawabkyo, 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 Yawabkyo. All right. Okay. Okay, and I made a special candle or candle holder for tonight because the feasts of Min and Renyatet were earlier in the week, so that's going to be the theme for tonight. And so, yeah, so I made a little. See if you can see it here. There we go. So, yeah, so there's Renyatet. Yeah, yeah. Okay, and there we go. And she will be our Eye of Horus tonight. Come in peace, bright Eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light. And I'll bring her over here for this camera. The Eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light. The Eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light. The Eye of Horus comes, and we are purified with it. Receive the light. You arise in the Aketis Kopri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra. Hail and praise unto you, Anachuru, Renutet, Min, Aset, Horu, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters that are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. O Ra, O Min, O Renutet, Aset, these cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood of Onachuru, that you may be purified with it. Okay, use this to light it. We give you incense. We give you incense great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you, it adorns you, it takes its place upon your hands. This incense is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Noturi. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. And it's funny, I had some of these particular crackers on the offering plate a few weeks ago, and then later I shared some with Darren, and he said, "Hey, you've been holding out on me." And I said, "No, I wasn't. Now they're offerings; they have to go to the gods first." So now our joke is that whenever I bring something to give to them first, that's my way of holding out on him. So I said, "Okay, I'm holding out on you. I'm bringing this to the offering plate first." So, and there's some really good crackers too. Okay, and especially because we are honoring agricultural deities, we will offer wine that the land may prosper. The gardens prosper and Hathi rejoices, overflowing with his moon. I fill the eye of horse for you with wine, O Ra, O Nacharu. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine and your water. Okay. And I need to make a special blend of incense that's specifically myrrh, so we can say, wait, there's myrrh. Pure, pure is Rahonakeni within his house. Pure is Min, Renutet, Aset, and all of the Nutshudder within their house. Pure are the cause of these gods with this good incense that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra, for Min, for Renutet, for Aset, for all of the Nutshudder, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra. Come to your bodies, O Nutshudder. Come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Raise these offerings before Ra, before Min, before Renutet, before Aset. All life comes from them, all health comes from them, all stability comes from them, all good fortune comes from them as it has since the first time. O Ra Horaketi and your son, the Osir Nisu Nebkapuru Ra, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourself to these your offerings. Receive them from our hands. And I'm going to step across this camera and light a candle for the blessed dead. There we go. Because a common theme at Harvest Feast for the Egyptians was to make sure to leave offerings for the ancestors as well. So we will make sure that they have light and water as well. I think right now Wally is asking where in the hell is this Snickers bar? Yeah. It's like, wait a minute, you knew you were going to be doing this and you didn't get me a Snickers bar. I have to make targeted sorties. It's because of the pandemic. So I owe him a Snickers bar. Okay, well, well, that's one of my aku. At this point, if anyone has anyone that they want to remember, now would be the point where you would either speak their names or keep them in your heart. Orekeru ta henket kau abdu sinechirmahat kudnibet novret wapet anket nochirem and kau and akuku nibu ma keru nibu hiranachira. Okay, and I see a couple more comments. Hello, everyone. Okay. And we'll offer Ma'at in the form of 8, which is significant because, 4 is a number of wholeness, and 8 is, wholeness doubled. So we have 8 Ma'ats. We come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased, and your cause shall live. Truly, your Enid has Ma'at, for they know that you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law eternally. Isfet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. May we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfections every day. Okay, and yes, honoring Mean. What's really funny is one of the red ribbons. I don't think the cameras can pick it up, but one of the red ribbons that I have tied around Min's plaque at kind of a strategic point um, is actually from Bath and Body Works, and so he's got a ribbon that says Bath and Body Works. And I thought, well, this would be kind of appropriate. Yeah, and I actually uh, have some digital art of him that I got printed for a plaque, and I brought the file to the FedEx Kinkos, and when they pulled the image up, the lady kind of looked at me and says, "Are you old enough to be printing this stuff?" And I was wondering if she was going to card me for a minute. And it's funny because I've also brought in naked pictures of Ishtar, and nobody batted an eye at that, but men kind of raised some eyebrows. But yeah, so so yay me. Okay, and there's a little bit of incense still burning. Yes, so we can sense his image. Be exalted, O Min, my lord. Arise, O Min, my lord. You are vindicated before Ra too. O she who upraises the land, throne of the great bull, throne of the great bull. She is the one whom the great bull impregnates. I am Min standing in the desert, after he has seized all lands. He makes you tremble, the outgoing strider, youth of the desert, O one of Gebzu. Behold me, as for the great bull, as for the great bull penetrates into her. Woohoo. Yeah, well, Frank's sexual imagery was, not a problem at one point in time. Which term? Kamitef, yes, the bull of his mother. That's right. Hmm. But the theme of this, if you think about it, at the beginning of the rites for Min, he's identified with Osiris, but then when he's enthroned in the spring festival, um, he's identified with Horus, and the idea is that the son is succeeding to the role of his father, and it kind of completed a liturgical season because you had the feast of Sokar at the beginning of the planting season, and then at the harvest, you have the feast of Min, and so one generation is succeeding the next. So, mhm. Yeah, yeah, that's one way the whole Wiccan um, motif it syncs up with a particular strain of Egyptian belief because Min is the great god that impregnates the great goddess. So definitely. But um, and then of course there's Renutet. I've started doing a little work with her. She's fun. She's really sweet. And it's funny when I was working on her artwork, I found myself thinking about like weekday afternoons watching cartoons and then going and looking for a snack in the fridge. Of course, a pantry, would be her place. And I actually have an image of her, in the kitchen, kind of overlooking everything. So she watches over the kitchen. Huh? So yeah. It's funny. Darren had a dream where she showed up and she manifested as a beautiful woman and had like an entire table full of Middle Eastern foods for him and like started feeding him. I'm like, wow, she must really like you. So, yeah. Um. Nepri. Nepri. I think Nepri is the manifestation of grain, and yeah, and that like kind of ties back to Osiris, I think. But yeah, but I did write up a little something for her, and actually that's in the last issue of the newsletter. I am going to get the next issue of our newsletter together. I promise. But Inish heret drenitet nofrit nebet hank nebet cow nebet shenit wajutim sut nofrit. Hail unto you, Renitet the good, mistress of life, lady of sustenance, lady of the granary, flourishing in the storeroom. Kentet hat hut, kentet hat jafao, Renitet senofret sut nofrit. Foremost of the best foods, foremost of the finest foods, Renitet who embellishes the storeroom. Renitet wajet, sewajut tau nivu. Renitet cirket, anbet jedfet im shen pores. Flourishing Renitet, who makes all lands green. Renitet cirket, who locks up serpents in the limits of her house. Ya Renitet nofrit hepit. Hail, good Renitet, the appeased one. So she was also one of the goddesses who could chase away evil. So definitely somebody good you want to have. So, does anyone have any particular prayer requests or um, shout outs or, you know, requests for other deities to be mentioned? Yes, definitely. I've got a little garden that is it's just starting, but I had to order some more seeds. I think some of mine got too old and they didn't sprout. But hope yours are. Hmm. Oh, yes, gotta love lettuce. And I thought about picking some because I have like some little bitty lettuces, but they're only about like yay big right now, and so I wasn't. Yeah, yeah. I was like, well, should I offer them in some baby lettuce or should I let them grow a little while? So yeah, I think I'm gonna let them grow a bit. Okay, let me step across the camera real quick. Okay. Oh, hey, Nathaniel's on. Hey, okay, definitely. Okay, so I've got some requests for Wepawet, Anapu, and Bast and Jehuti. Okay, definitely. Well, I tell you what. Let me see. Cause I know that Wolf wrote a prayer for Wepawet. Let me see if I can find where I've got this written. I'll read his. what issue they're in. Let's see. I know it's in here. Okay, that'll be the last one for that. Okay. Yes, here we go. All right. So, by request, these are some prayers from our good friend Wolf Paradox, or as he appears on YouTube. Praise to you, Upwout. You give us the strength to open the paths before us, to defeat our inner demons and rage, and the strength to defend those in need. Praise to you, Anapu. You guide our path and help us in making just decisions in all our endeavors. Praise to you, Bast. You grant us comfort, joy, and happiness while guarding us as a mother cat guards her kittens. And I do have a little something for Jehuti as well. Let's see, just in one of my books. Yeah, here we go. I just passed. Here we go. Hail and praise unto you, O Jehuti, thrice great God, the son of Ra. Lord of Kamenu, wise one and Yunu, you report to Ra every morning. Messenger of humankind, you know people by their speech and judge them by their deeds. Those true of voice before Osir, their names are on your list. The Aeneid gives you praise as you guide the bark of millions, as you cast out the evil one, as you change strife into peace. You know all secrets, all books, all deeds, the fleeting moment, the hour of night. No report to Ra is forgotten. Your words endure for eternity. Friend of the people, wise and impartial, great one, Lord of Ma'at. O Unachadar, may you give us wisdom and clarity and guidance as we continue to get through this particularly trying time. And I ask that Renutet and Min continue to look favorably upon us, and um, especially because what really disturbed me was seeing that in places in the South, like in Florida, they've actually had to till under crops because they don't have anyone to harvest them right now. And I'm sure that Renutet wept at that, and certainly, anyone who hates to see waste would hate to see that. May you consider those to be offerings given back to you so that we can reap them again later, and so that if we have to go through lean times now, they won't be permanent, and that we'll see plenty, hopefully soon. That's something that I was definitely thinking about too. And oh, wait, I got a whole bunch more comments. Hang on. Oop. Okay. Book blue. Oh, the Egyptian prayer book. No. Okay. Somebody was Okay. Someone has a request for a prayer to Bast to keep safe Orion and Terrence. Okay. Okay, yeah, the question about the prayer books, the blue one that you're thinking of, that's the one for the Kemetic Orthodox. I don't use that. All of the prayers that I have written, they're ones that either folks submitted, or they're ones that I've taken from translations of various ancient texts and put them together in something that reads well. Because a lot of times when scholars translate it, they're thinking about making a literal translation and not always something that reads aloud very well. So sometimes I have to take a little bit of leeway, but it gives something that you can read aloud, and it's more like a hymn or like poetry, and it has a nice flow to it, and it's something that it makes sense and you can understand it. But yeah, that's I'm going from let's see if I can see this particular book here. Um,
Celebrating the Egyptian
yeah,
gods.
yeah. I think the camera is reversing it.
It is.
Yeah, yeah. It's mirrored, but yeah. So yeah, if somebody's asking that, that's where a lot of these are coming from.
Hi, everybody.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, Darren's here. Yay.
Sorry, guys, I had to step out.
Yeah.
I didn't step, but if I had stepped, I'd be dancing.
Yeah, I'd have to move the camera for a minute so I could film
or
it.
falling or cursing or
Yeah,
something.
something. Yeah, but okay. Yeah. But that's there's I won't get into some of the particulars of the differences between the Blue Prayer book and mine, but the yeah I don't use that one. I have my own stuff.
Your priestess here does work that is much more accurate and much more educationally scholarly based.
Well, yeah, well, like I said, I won't get into all of that. That's a lot of particulars, and we'll save that for another
You
time.
don't have to, but I can at least endorse it
Okay, well, okay,
because
cool.
I see the process.
Well, yeah. Well, anyway, okay. Um, well, at this point, we're just calling for prayer requests. I think yeah, somebody had a request for I think it was for Bass to keep a couple of folks safe. Yeah. For Orion and for Terrence. I think I know who they're asking for too. And if that's the case, then definitely I hope they're all right and not having any more trouble because Orion in particular has enough to deal with as it is. So let me see. So I know I've got another really nice one for Bass that I wrote for somebody. Mm, okay, well, whenever you're in here. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. No, I'll find it. Okay, well, again, Bass, you've got some folks that are needing you to watch over them and look after them with those sharp eyes and keen senses and loving hands. Anyone else, Terry? You got any requests?
Um, I request that we all make it through this healthy and able to maintain
Mm-hmm.
full refrigerator and cupboard. I'm sure you all heard about what's going on with some of our harvesting
Oh yeah, yeah, I
and our
mentioned that.
meat packing plants here in the U.S.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm going to pray for is that all the gods of every faith make it possible for every Democrat to go out and vote.
Well, there again, that's
That's
something
my
separate.
prayer
Okay,
request.
well, okay, you can make that prayer request. I cannot
I
because.
can make it, and I
Uh,
am going to make it because Louisiana is proof that when every Democrat votes, no Republican wins.
well, okay. Um, Noted. We'll let them. We'll let them take it from here.
Oh well.
Okay. Um. Okay, and let me see if I've got any other. Okay, Idaho farmers did thankfully donate their potatoes to the needy rather than waste. Oh, that's pretty cool. So there's lots of Idaho potatoes that got donated.
And I want to give
That's
a
good to
prayer
hear.
of thanks
Okay.
because I have seen incredible small and large acts of kindness come from this.
Mhm.
And what we need to be able to do as a nation and as a world is realize that kindness and recognizing need in any day of the year
Mhm.
can make the world function just fine.
Yeah.
We've been in this lockdown and look how much Mother Nature is healing as a
Mhm.
result of it.
And I'm grateful for all the people that I've gotten to hear from that I haven't in a while, and other people that I've gotten to hear from more. And so I hope we can continue that. I hope that there's good that can come out of this, and I'm grateful for what we've gotten so far, and just for things like this, I'm grateful to be able to actually participate with everyone. We'd been saying for years we wanted to get back to doing more broadcasts, and here we are finally doing it.
Yeah, I'm grateful for all of you. Thank you.
Okay. And more requests to Horus, to Jahiti, and Sekhmet for strength. safety and knowledge to some of the healthcare workers and to we healthcare workers and Amen and Shu to bring clean air to us so the disease might be carried away. Yeah.
Amen.
Yes. Amen to that. Well, it's that time. Does anybody have any questions that they want to ask? This is where we would get out the fortune cookies.
Um,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. See, there
It
you go.
is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and it's funny. It seems kind of wacky. Maybe at first glance, is like, well, why are you using fortune cookies in an Egyptian divination? But if you think about it, one of the things that they would do is they would bring, little pieces of paper before a deity, and they would have like a yes or no answer and things like that. So we're really not far removed. The only difference is it's in a package, of a cookie, but what you don't know what the fortune's going to be, and we ask if we ask them to guide our hand to the right one, then that's their way of telling us something.
No, but I
So
promise, if we ever find a magic 8 ball pyramid, that shit is on.
yeah, that would educate ball pyramid. That would be pretty funny. So, okay. Yeah. So during times of darkness, the word to remember is art, acts of random kindness. Yeah, how does one sign up for the newsletter? Oh yeah, okay. And with the newsletter, okay. With that, I'm kind of working on that. I had to figure out like about how much it would cost to print it, and I need to make it to where people can actually subscribe. I think probably about $5 would cover the cost of printing for a whole year
If they
of
would,
this.
they could subscribe to Patreon.
Yeah, that's something else that I wanted to do. If you go on Patreon, what I wanted to do is, and I think there's a way to do it. You can give like a one-time donation, and then you get something. And I could like, you could do it like for $5, and I could get the newsletter. That's something I want to do. So yeah, I'm working on that. And a lot of times, like people have bought something from my Etsy store, and like if they're repeat customers or there's somebody that I know from the group, I'll send them copies of the newsletter along with whatever it is. So I just I don't have it set up. I need to go and like put it on the website or something. But yeah, because it's 4 times a year. We're supposed to have one for April, May, June, and like I said, I think about $5 would cover an entire year worth.
Now,
So
keep
that's
in mind the whole point of this newsletter was that we did not put it online.
right. Yeah, it's meant to be mailed. People have asked me about putting it on in PDF form so that they can get it like in other countries. Um, of course, for something like this, it's like I can ship like every back issue to Poland for like $3 and change.
Yeah.
It really isn't that expensive for just something like this. So yeah, but I'm working on. I'm trying to get it to where everybody can order if they want to because I've got plenty of copies. So I saw that as a question. Um, but yeah, and also from here I'm going to be doing some videos exclusively for the Patreon channel. So um, don't forget about that. You know, I've already put a few things on there, but I need to do some exclusive videos.
So if you don't want to miss out on these
Yeah.
once in a lifetime exclusives,
well,
embrace our Patreon page, folks.
Yeah.
We could use it.
Yeah, but
And remember, it's not for me, it's not for her, it's for everybody.
yeah,
It helps us get better equipment and have more time to do these things.
yeah. Instead of trying to do things like this week, I've been like using. I figured out my sewing machine, and I used it a whole bunch, and I need to take a break from it. My wrist is sore. But,
It's not my fault. You heard it from her.
yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, okay. Um, um, I don't know. I guess
All right,
this
it's time for the divination station.
did. Oh god. Is this going to become a running joke?
No, it's not a running joke, but there's no reason we shouldn't celebrate and laugh when
Well, yeah, yeah, I know,
interacting.
but no, I mean like calling it the divination station. I think is that going to become our is that going to become a meme? Uh, oh, uh, oh, I have somebody who says, yeah, call. Can my ancestral altar have gods on it? Oh, okay, that's a good question. Well, um, I don't see why not, especially if it's particularly pertinent. Like I have a candle to Osiris over on my um ancestors' altar. So especially if it's in keeping with that theme, I don't see why not. Some traditions are real picky about keeping those separate. I say if it feels right to you, and especially if again you've got like Anubis or Osiris or somebody like that, why not? I say go for it. And somebody else says they have a cousin who's about to give birth soon to her first baby boy. Can you suggest a prayer or an offering? Thinking a Tauret. Okay. The best that I can make. Feel so helpless being stuck miles away or states away. Well, we're still miles away. Well, definitely.
Let's do
And
that for kids.
yeah, well, you know what? What's cool is I do have. I'm going to step across the camera. I actually have a little plaque of Bess, or excuse me, of Tauret. Actually, somebody asked me to do some artwork of Bess, so he's next up. But let's go ahead and we'll invite her into this space too, and ask her to please partake of these offerings with us. And please look after our viewer who's got a cousin who's about to give birth, because this is definitely a precarious time right now. But that doesn't mean that, you know, new beginnings and a fresh start can't come out of it.
May it be joyous and healthy
Yeah,
and protected, and may the baby have a grand life.
yes. May that baby come into the world certain of itself and knowing that if it can handle this, it can handle anything. And may the child and the mother both have Tauret's blessing. Okay. And awesome. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and as for the forum, I have been a very naughty monkey, and I have not been on the forum lately. But what I want to do is I want to move it off of where it's at because it was originally on free forums, and then Tapatalk bought it, and I don't really like the setup that Tapatalk has. So if anybody knows someone who's good at web design and consulting, maybe that's willing to answer some questions for me, I want to see if I can move the forum onto uh, the web space that I've got for Kemetic reform because I think I might have enough space that we could do that, and we could not have to deal with ads or who's bought it lately or any of that other crazy stuff, and it can be a little bit better suited because somebody had contributed a really nice banner and some other stuff, and all that went away when Tapatalk bought free forums.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, it was really kind of depressing, but I do want to make something that's a little nicer for us for the forum, and so that way we're not just it's not just the Facebook page, which I've got like something like 170 people that have asked to join it, but I need to look through and see who all's there because I don't want like some people will just like join groups just to join groups, and so you kind of have to look and see who it is, But yeah, I have kind of a backlog on that. So, oh, hey, Seta. Hey, that's well, that's okay. Well, you're here. Um, and I was taping, so I should have a back record of it, so you can catch what you missed later. Um, did you have any prayer requests for us? Mm. Okay.
In the meantime, apply for unemployment.
Yeah, you might be able to apply for extra unemployment because of COVID-19.
Yeah,
So yeah, try and take advantage of that.
and not only that, if she's on disability or something,
Hmm.
unemployment benefits, even the extra amount, will not affect
Okay. Yeah. Well, you need to get in touch with us later and let Darren walk you through some of that. So that might be some way that we can actually give you some help.
it.
You
Right.
know. And certainly we're going to pray for for everyone that's been laid off or is not working enough hours or struggling right now because of what's going on. You know, and especially because we're honoring deities of plenty and of the harvest. Um, let there be good things to come to fruition, so that we're not left wanting. You know, and that times are tough right now, but let good things come maybe from unexpected places. That's always awesome when you receive a boon you weren't expecting. So, um, Darren, you got to help me. The suspense is killing me. I don't know a question to ask, but I want to ask something. We got to have at least one fortune cookie.
All right.
But I'm like, I don't, huh? I thought I heard somebody asking.
All right. Questions to ask the gods. Come on, you guys have questions to ask the gods.
You don't have
I do actually.
one? Okay, what is it?
What would be the best way to promote peace regardless of faith or political affiliation?
Hmm. We'll probably open up all of those fortune cookies and find something. Let's start with this one. Question is, how can we promote peace regardless of faith or affiliation? And their answer is,
I think I've got
ah, oh wow, this one, check it out. This one has two inside of it. So you're getting two answers. Yeah, that's not something you get every day. Okay. All right, the first one says, who has confidence in himself will gain the confidence of others. And when you're not afraid to do it wrong the first time, you'll eventually get it right.
Wow. Anybody get the lessons here?
Yeah, I think that's pretty powerful. Yeah, be confident. Don't worry about getting it wrong, just do it. Eventually you'll get it right. Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
yourself a favor. Don't think in your brain about a question. Think from your faith about a question. You'll have one.
Huh. Wow, that was really awesome. So, oh, I see some more. Can it be asked what to do about feelings of depression during this time? Um, okay.
Great question.
Yeah, okay. All right, the question is, what can someone do, and how can someone deal with feelings of depression during all of this going on? And this is the one that seems to be sticking out. Let's see what they have to say. Oh, no way, this one didn't have a fortune in it.
Oh, so this is how you handle that.
Okay.
Tell me how you've handled feelings of depression in the past.
Huh. Okay, well, yeah, I know this would have been someone on the comments.
I
We might
know,
have
but I want them
let
to
them catch
respond
up.
to me.
Okay, okay. Well, that was. Let me see. I'm kind of reading across my drafting table, so let's see. Okay, this is from Ivy. Um, oh, and I've got someone else is saying this is their first time watching. Sean Berg, hi. Thank you for joining us. Let's see, and someone much luck guys best. Okay, and someone's asking if they can pray for cats, for all the stray cats, um, that they'll find homes. Um, yeah, definitely, because as much as people are suffering, animals are suffering too. That depend on us.
Right.
I think the wild animals are doing okay, but it's the dogs and the cats and the birds and the other animals that need us and that need some extra help. So definitely, if Vast can look after her folk.
And incidentally, for those of you who have pets,
Hmm.
if it seems like your pets have never been happier,
Hmm.
it's probably because they haven't ever been happier. You're home
Yeah.
constantly. This is the time of their lives.
Yeah. Well, and I hope that the other animals can find homes, especially. I hope that the people that need pets and the pets that need people are able to find each other. Building connections. And so, oh, okay. And I just is wow, haha. I guess I'll just power through. Yeah. Okay. Well.
Use your resources. You have them,
Okay. Yeah. I think what it may be is that might be their way of saying there's something that you already know
and you're not
that
using.
you need to use, and so they didn't give you an answer because they know that you know an answer, and you've got to go for it, whatever it is. That's between you and them, but you know what it is. So
But it is not power through.
okay, okay. So I think maybe the lack of fortune is assigned to turn to the gods. Okay, well, could be.
Excellent thought.
Yeah, and if there are also some resources that you know of in your area, then you know use those too. Um, don't think that you're forsaking the gods in any way if you have to go and get help from a counselor, or psychiatrist. Those people are put there to help others. They're doing the God's work, so don't feel like you're neglecting the gods if you get help from other humans. Because there are a lot of them out there that yeah, there's some counselors that are not that good, but there are plenty of them that they're there because they care and they love their job and they want to help people. And I know that because I live with one. So and and Darren looks around like there's somebody else in the room. Uh-huh. Okay. And okay. And I was gonna so much of the stream. Okay, yeah. If you miss the beginning of it, don't worry. It'll save it, and you'll be able to watch it again. And I'm also taping it, so I'll have an archive of it. And we'll do this again next week. And if it doesn't start at 7, which I was thinking we'd do 7, but it tends to run closer to 8 Central Time, and that's okay. If you miss a little bit of one, don't worry. You'll catch another one.
And the extras DVD is going to be packed with features.
Um, okay. We'll run with that. All right. Well, with that said,
Any more questions?
I think we've kind of reached a. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Come to fruition on that. So, all right. And now we'll start wrapping it up and start off by just making a prayer for the offerings to endure. And we basically invoke the entire Aeneid of Heliopolis in doing so. Hail unto you, Atum! Hail unto you, Kufri! You come into being on the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yunu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Aeneid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, lord of Upper Menset and Yunu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, mistress of Lower Menset and Yunu, endures. As the name of Geb at the earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the shrine of Shenit in Yunu endures. As the name of Osir Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Isef in Necheru endures. As the name of Sutef in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pe endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Kamenu endures. As the name of Ra in Yakhet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Min, Renutet, Aset, Tauret. May you go forth in peace, O Ra. May you go forth in peace, O Min, O Renutet, O Aset, O Tauret, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjek bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark, and may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's a wrap for this time. I want to thank everyone who tuned in, even if you came in the middle of it. That's okay. We're glad to have you anyway, and it's just great to be with people. You know, even if we're on the other side of a screen. And I'm so glad to have you here. So let me step across the camera. Hi, hi. Oh, yes, and that was me catching the tripod with my foot. Alrighty, guys.